Hi, my name is Tony Zani, and I'm asking for your vote for the Utah State Board of Education. I want to tell you why I'm running for the state school board. I'm running because I'm passionate about education. Our children deserve a world-class education that will allow them to do whatever they put their minds to. I believe that families, educators, and elected officials should work together to create an incredible public education system. Growing up, my family was very poor. My mother didn't even graduate from high school. My parents worked so many jobs and so many hours, and they could never make ends meet. I remember my mom washing our clothes in the bathtub every week. In the winter, she managed to save a few dollars so we could go to the laundromat. I wore a lot of dirty clothes as a kid. Over and over, my parents told me, get an education, do well in school. They wanted me to have a better life. So I did. I was the first in my family to go to college, certainly the first with a master's degree. I became a teacher. It's not a lucrative career, but I'm certainly better off than my parents were. Now I get to give the gift of education back to my community. I'm a literacy specialist in a Title I school. I get to make sure children can read and write and think, and with those skills, our students can make their own choices. They can do whatever they want in life. I want to tell you why I'm running as an unaffiliated candidate. I just want to do what's best for Utah's families and children, and I don't want to be beholden to a political party. Politics in this country is not pleasant right now, and I don't want to get entangled in that. This is the state school board. I just want to work together and do what's best for our children. To me, being unaffiliated is the way our representative democracy was meant to be. I'll share with you my platform, my experience, my qualifications. You judge with your vote whether I'm the one you want to represent you on the state school board. So what will I do on the state school board? What is my platform? Open communication to start with. Elected officials really need to listen more. Not just being available in an election year, but actively reaching out to the community. State board members need to know what the community wants, and state board members need to communicate about what is being considered and done at the state level. That's how we work together. That's how we provide a world-class education that is responsive to the needs of Utah. I've been reaching out to parents and educators all across the district, and I keep hearing the same things. Class sizes, funding, student safety, testing, those are the concerns that are on people's minds. Well, class sizes and funding are issues we seem to face every year. I've been a teacher for 20 years, and I can tell you that the bigger the class, the less attention I can give my students. You simply can't meet the needs of every student. And even modest reductions in class sizes make a big difference. I'm committed to working with the legislature to ensure we have stable and adequate funding so that we can reduce class sizes. I'm also committed to reducing overhead and administration so that we can use our money as efficiently as possible. I'm also committed to increasing funding and support for national board certification. This certification is a great way to improve outcomes for all students. Students with national board certified teachers gain 1 to 2 months of learning over students taught by other teachers. This impact is even greater for high-need students. It's a rigorous process, but I'd rather invest in our teachers over long and complex tests. I'm committed to ensuring our schools are safe in every way for every person that walks into our doors. Utah schools do a great job with physical safety. I know, I work in a school. We have the electronically locking doors, we have cameras. Utah schools do a pretty good job with online safety, and I'm very committed to ensuring that districts' online filtering systems keep up with an online environment that is constantly changing. I feel very strongly that every student, every family should be welcomed and embraced by our schools. I will not tolerate any sort of discrimination or harassment. Racism and discrimination have no place in our schools. Schools exist to educate every child. I'm not trying to uphold a political perspective or a religious perspective. I simply want everyone to be welcomed for who they are, and I want everyone to receive a world-class education. Respect and dignity for everyone, I will not compromise on. Testing. I hear this a lot from parents and I hear it from teachers. We need to turn back the dial on the testing culture. I've seen it for 20 years. I've watched as we've done more testing, more test practice, more test prep, all in the name of higher test scores. I've seen the tests get longer I've seen the tests get more complex. I've seen the tests get more expensive. The United States spends $1.7 billion a year on standardized testing, and that's just what goes to the testing companies. That doesn't include the district and state level jobs that exist to create, administer, and analyze all of those tests. We're just not getting a good return on our investment. We need to focus on learning through great teachers and great teaching. Am I qualified to be on the state school board? Well, state school board is a unique position. It's an elected position that oversees education. I've studied school law. I've studied school finance. I have a master's degree in school administration. I work in a school. I know how the state board's decisions really impact our teachers, our children, and our families. I'm a literacy specialist. I'm a national board certified teacher. I understand teaching and I understand learning. I'm also a father. My son is a senior and he's been in Utah public schools since kindergarten. I know what it's like to navigate the school system as a parent. I know how frustrating it can be. I'm a veteran. I was in the Army for 10 years. I know what selfless service means. I understand hard work, honesty, and doing what's right. I know what it means to be a public servant. The Army taught me to lead. The Army taught me to be proud. Proud to serve, proud to represent my community. Am I qualified? Yes. I have the experience, I have the training. I know that serving on the state board is a privilege, and it's a responsibility to the community and to our children. I understand that it's about all of us working together to give our children a great education and a bright future.